So, Rob, neither one of us are really big Thundercats fans. I went from He-Man to Ghostbusters to Ninja Turtles, kind of bypassed them. And you were probably a little older at that time to where they were little.
I mean, nobody was really talking about Thundercats when I was, I was pretty much in high school when the whole Thundercats thing hit. I knew of it, and Marvel had a comic. I was still big in the Marvel comics, and Marvel did a comic adaptation. The first couple issues were exactly a direct-to-page, screen-to-page translation of the show to the comic book, but then it sort of picked up as an original comic afterwards. But still, I always thought it was kind of lame, really. You know how you say that Star Wars is just to move plastic?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thundercats pretty much was just to move plastic. I mean,
it was definitely an answer to Masters of the Universe, for sure, yeah.
I actually remember the Thundercats commercials well before the series for the toys. You know, the toys were actually advertised quite a ways before the series ever premiered. And it seems that we're getting a new Thundercats series for some reason. I don't know why.
Even though we had one a little while back.
Yeah, and like anything else now, people take the original source material and they say, no, we can't do that because we have to shit all over it. So
look, all right, before we get into this, I will say this up front. I'm all for trying something a little different, changing things up a little bit. This, to me, feels a lot like this recent rise of the TMNT, or what people would say about Teen Titans Go. I just don't get this animation style. You were telling me it was called Cal Art?
Cal Arts, yeah. The type of animation style is called Cal Arts. It's typically, you see it in things like Steven Universe and Gravity Falls. Everything is sort of shrunk down to size, and the most notable feature they say is something called the B face, where the face looks like a letter B. The mouth is hugely exaggerated with huge sort of rigored smiles, and
I'll call it what it looks like to me: lazy ass fucking drawing and cheap animation. But that's just me. I don't know.
Yeah. That's it's like there's no effort being put behind this.
I don't want to sound sexist, but this looks like a 12-year-old girl fucking designed it. I'm sorry.
Well, the guy who did it is named Vince Courtwright, and you take a look, and you can take a look at the video of him talking about the series, and it just screams hipster all the way. It seems like to me that the pitch point is, it goes, so we have to do this new Thundercats thing, but we want to make it so it's ironic that people who ordinarily wouldn't be into Thundercats would be making fun of Thundercats, but so that's our pitch for the series. We're gonna take everything that you used to like about the Thundercats, and we're gonna make it worse, and so that way you don't have to become invested in it to like it. You could say you like it ironically. And they looked at each other. Well, you're the hip new young executive. Let's go with it. You know better than we do. And apparently you don't. So, oh, God. I don't understand this. I don't understand this trend toward just shitting on everything people like. And then the people who do this, they get all pissy and say, well, this rocks and you don't get it and you're the problem because you just want your old thing. I'm like, no, that's not it. You're shitting on something. You're shitting on something people like. I have no investment in this. I don't like Thundercats, but I feel sorry for anybody who does. I really do, because we just went through this with Star Wars and Star Trek and STD and the Ninja Turtles and all that. And I'm like, wow, we got to go through this with Thundercats now? Those people are going to be pissed.
Yeah, especially those who were probably looking forward to the live-action film that was promised how many years ago?
Oh, yeah, who knows?
But anyway, kind of going back around to what I was saying before, people don't mind changes so much, but you got to be able to take the stuff seriously. I don't mind parodies.
No.
But you don't do that to replace or make that the active, full-on series. Like when they were doing that other TMNT show and they had those little vignettes and stuff with the, cheesier, funnier, goofier little looking turtles and stuff like that. That didn't bother me because that wasn't the main thing. That was just a little extra, Yeah. This is supposed to be the main thing now. Same thing with Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it's a big fuck you to the fans, to me. I mean, I'm not a big fan of like Funko Pop things like that. And that's what this kind of stuff feels like. You're almost Funko Popping the cartoon part of it. And it's like, oh, who wants to see that? It's like those Junior Avengers that they did years back for little kids. You know, fine, that's fine. Do it for little kids, but don't expect the old fans to be there. You know, that's all I'm going to say.
And don't expect the old fans to introduce this to their kids. That's the other thing.
Not likely.
But we had a discussion actually with Andre about this. We had this off the air. Remember, this comes down to the potato chip argument. Remember that when we were talking about that?
Yeah.
And he said he doesn't. One thing that Andre didn't understand about America is, why does every company have to do the same thing? If somebody is doing something and they're doing that well, then, you know, why does everybody also have to do that? Why can't they say, oh, you're doing that, let's do something different? Which he
should understand, considering the business we're in, because that's what the Hollywood is, oh, they're doing that, get me one of those, only better or bigger or whatever.
Yeah. Kind of like in the 90s when everybody had to have a band from Seattle on their record label. Remember when Nirvana broke? And everybody says, oh, we got to get somebody from Seattle. So
that's America, though, in a nutshell. He was right. You know, he was making a point that we have 50 different flavors of chips, you know, but every company has the same 50 different flavors of chips. You know, somebody isn't doing something different.
Go to the snack aisle. See how many barbecue potato chips there are. You know, then it's pizza flavored potato chips. Then it's jalapeno flavored potato chips. Really. I mean, how much? It comes to a point where there's market saturation.
Well, and that's where the superhero fatigue and stuff talk comes in. And it's not so much superhero fatigue as it is just franchise fatigue, probably, in a sense that people are just sick and tired of being jerked around by these companies, and you know.
And again, though, this is, like I said before, this is all stemming from Teen Titans Go. The studio saw Teen Titans Go, and this is actually done by the same company, Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers owns the rights to Thundercats now, because they used to be a Rankin Bass series, and then
cartoon,
and then they got merged with Lorimar, who Les Moonves used to work for. You know, name dropping there. And then Lorimar got folded into Warner Brothers. So Warner Brothers also does Teen Titans Go.
Well, if it has anything to do with Cartoon Network, chances are it has to do with Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Steven Universe's Cartoon Network. It's actually done by a guy named Chuck Austin. Chuck Austin, for those unfamiliar, he worked for Marvel for a long time. Steven Universe is also done by Warner Brothers television distribution. So it's all kind of under the same umbrella, and it's the same exact animation style. So whatever this CalArts thing, who's ever doing this style of animation, they're probably getting it on the cheap.
Right. Well, and I remember when we did the TMNT, when we talked about the new show, I had a few people in the comments say flat out, I showed this to my kid. My kid didn't even look the least bit interested, or said something to the effect that they weren't interested. And there were a couple comments like that. So I can imagine there's a lot of people out there whose kids felt the same way. You know, kids aren't stupid. You know, they can tell when they're being pandered to.
Yeah, they can. One of the things this guy says, that he was looking for music, and it's mine that captured the show, and he came across this song, and the obvious influence would have been AC/DC's Thunderstruck. I can't remember the name of the song he said. The fact that he didn't say Thunderstruck by AC/DC is just, I'm like, what do you do? What's wrong with you?
Thundercats!
Yeah.
Why don't you get Brian Johnson and get in here and do the...
Yeah. Brian Johnson actually lives in Florida. You probably could have gotten him. So he's kind of retired. He's living in Miami.
His walker.
Yeah. He's collecting cars now, so. But anyway, we want to know what you guys think. Have you seen this trailer? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What don't you like about it? What do you like about it? Do you have any plans to watch this when it's coming next year? Let us know what you think. With the recent changes to YouTube's monetization policy, we'd like to ask that you please consider supporting the channel through Patreon. As thanks, Patreon members will receive early notification of mini-documentaries, special behind-the-scenes Making of the Edge videos, outtakes, bloopers, lost episodes, and more. Support tiers start for as little as $1 a month. Check the link in the description. Thank you.